We have with us Eric Valencic, a Slovenian documentary filmmaker. We have met him before. Welcome to Assyria TV, Eric.
Pshena.
Howdy.
Thank you very much for having me again. Always a pleasure.
You're welcome. We would like to talk about your new project, that is to make a documentary called The Guardians of Civilisation. Can you please tell us what is this about and why are you doing this documentary?
The documentary itself is actually not such a new project. We started filming in Iraq in 2015. We decided that on 100-year anniversary of SAFO, with SAFO repeating itself in Iraq, in Syria, we should do something. So we had many ideas what to do, and in the end we concentrated on a family, or better to say on two very important artists of the town called Baghdad near Mosul. I think the viewers of Assyria TV have heard about them before. Their names are Thabat Mikhail, he is the father, and the son is Ninos. Now, the family of Thabat Mikhail and Ninos never left Iraq. For 3 years, they stayed as internally displaced refugees in Ain Kawa, next to Erbil. And I would like to point out that it is exactly 3 years after the fall of Mosul and Baghdad, Bartella, and the Nineveh plain. So for the last 2 years, we were following the family in order to wait with them their return to Baghdad, which apparently will happen now in June. Just to say a few words about the title, why we chose The Guardians of Civilization, because Thabat and Ninos, the two artists, sculptors, they have in themselves this idea, this dream, that they will return to the homeland, which is Nineveh plain, and rebuild what can be rebuilt and renovate what can be renovated of the destruction of the cultural and historical heritage that was committed by ISIS. Hence the title, The Guardians of Civilization.
Okay, now you have launched a campaign to collect funds for this project, and you make it via something called Kickstarter. Why do you launch this campaign? What do you want?
Well, basically, when I say we, I should clarify that I am a movie maker, a freelancer, but when I say we, this includes a colleague of mine, Miha Mohoric, who is also working on this project, The Guardians of Civilization. We are working in cooperation with one film production company in Slovenia called Stara Gara. 2 years ago, we got some funds from a Slovenian cultural ministry in order to do a documentary film. But this project, this story, began so big for us that we started following it, and we are still doing this. We didn't want to finish the film, the story, the project before the family has a chance to move back to Baghdad. And we are not talking here just about the family of Thabat Mikhail, but other people from Baghdad, from Bartella as well. Of course, we took a risk here. We basically spent almost all the funds, the little funds that we had, and we need now through Kickstarter campaign 30,000 euros in order to pay for additional traveling costs and some of the post-production, of course. And this is the thing that I would like to point out. We could finish the movie before, but the story wouldn't be told till the end. And we, of course, took this risk on ourselves, but if you do such things, you have to do them with dedication, and of course you have to take on risks. This is the point, yes.
Yeah. And you are on this campaign is ongoing for 1 month. And what do you expect from the Assyrians, especially the Assyrian diaspora?
Basically, we expect of the diaspora that it will support this Kickstarter campaign. You can easily find it if you type into Kickstarter search engine the Guardians of Civilization. I'm sure it will be posted on many Facebook profiles and that it will spread around the news about this campaign, you know. What we expect not only from the Assyrian diaspora, but from the people in general, people in the West, people in the world, who a lot of people forgot about what happened in Iraq, you know. A lot of people in Europe, I'm not talking here about diaspora, of course, but a lot of people in Europe don't even know that there are Assyrians in Iraq and that they are disappearing, that they are losing their homeland, your homeland. And I think if we are going to change consciousness of people, we need to direct them with these personal stories, with these issues. Because the fact that we lost or are losing a cradle of civilization, this is something that affects each and every one of us. This is the point. This is why we respect Thabat Mikhail and Ninos and others who are involved in preservation of historical and cultural heritage and who are still staying in Iraq and in Syria and in southeastern Turkey in order to preserve the homeland. And basically what we would expect, and we really are asking for this, 30,000 euros that we are asking for is really a small amount of money for a movie. Even if they are just additional funds. But this is something that we need so that we can tell the story till the end. We need Assyrian diaspora to help us so that we can, in a way, help Assyrians who are still living in the homeland.
Okay, do you mind if I translate a few words in Assyrian to our viewers that don't understand English, so you have the message forwarded? فرجونم يقرأ وعليمانو من سلوفينيا إيريك فالنتشيتش وحوريذي ميخا موخوريتش أتريكو سيمي فيلمو نمقويو دوكومنتار فيلم سمي ميقم دوكومنتار فيلم على 3 دايرة مديدا موروغين ومور ماتاي ومور هرمز ربان هرمز أتراني بوداش الدنيا موروغين دوتورو ديزدو هانو خالص وفريس إلو كومر مدلان زوزي ميوازيروثو ديمردوثو بسلوفينيا تسيمينا دوكومنتار سملان غلبة مينة بس لقدرين مكملين على عالد إسبوثو كو مشغل على نوثوري على سريد قدعري البغداد قدعري لوشال ودنينوي وعدو بثر مدمحارر ميذوثي دوداعش وفريشويث تري أمنوري ثابت ميخائيل وبرونينوس ثابت ميخائيل كتني أمنوري كوسيمي أعاتيقوثو التورقيفونوي وأعاتيقوثو تويري للو داعش الغير نوشي كما دعرنك سيميني محاثو هاني مدني خد خطوطو سيموقو بيترميثو دسيمي وفلي مثي اشمي أنو طوري ديمذينويثو The Guardian of Civilization كومرني قيمة حدخو اشمي أنو طوري ديمذينويثو كومرهاني أنو شي دلمر فلي وثرثي ولنافي قيمو عراق وخوثي كيتو بفلقد أوثر بسوريا بتركيا بعراق كل كثو هاني أنه شيء مظلومي غلبة إلو لطرة اللي وثرثي وكبعيد محمن عليم ذينو يثو أوثوريتو دعا مثي دلمقشوعي ميتامو لاشان توخا إيبو عثثي وطلبثي مسريو معامد كتيو بيقولوثو تكتني بدياسبورا تكبعي مع درونوثو ما حتى كامبانيا ما حتى ما سقطو بدكثو اشما كيك ستارتر واحد عبر الكيك ستارتر وموحي كورخ على السيرش انجن تكورخ على Guardians of Civilization تامو كيبي حوزي كامبانياثي وعدو بوفلقو دو يرحو دحزيرن قمشاريو قد تيمو فلقو دو يرحو تاموس كبعنا حذر 30,000 اورو لشند مكملي كم رحنا بزوزت كتويلان كبويلان مكملي وينا ومدد سملن ومدد مساجيلن بس يتشعيثو للتايمو وعامو للداعر لو شلو دنين ويقرثدكو دلاقينا لاش للداعر لو بيتو موخا كبعينا الدعورينا مكملين يتشعيثو بيدوكثو لجنتوخا قطلبينا إمعدرونوثو دين مصريو يديقولوثو ودادكو ثحريني أو ماما عربوي كلونو يثاثيو إسبر ثيذي لعامو يتكومر. Okay, I have translated now what it is about. Do you have anything additional to say?
Nothing. I just wish to thank to everyone who will help this project. Basime, Raba, Taudi Sagi. We really appreciate it. I think that in a world such as is the one that we live in, we really need to help each other so that we can really help those who need the help the most. In this case, it is a lot of people, a lot of Assyrians in Iraq, particularly regarding this project, who unfortunately do not have a voice in the mainstream media of the west of the world. And this is this silence that can kill entire nations. And we are fighting against this silence, and we are proud that we are fighting this silence together with you. And I wish to thank Assyria TV, especially you, Mr. Auginkurt, for assisting us in this endeavor. Taudi Sagi.
I'm going to translate this. كمان كبات مزدت ميدكم رحنا بثرمت حزينة أوعامو ثرويو يمثو ثوريتو لا تلاقولو عاشينو بوما عربو كبعينا دهوينا وقولانو وكوكويولا إذا إمذينو يثاثد مقشوعو دزام موما دنحو مصعويو يمشي حويثو وأسريو أنو ثوري ميتامو لشان توخا بفصيحوثو كسيمينو شغلانو دهوينا فلقو موقو لثخو لوما عربو وكوبي توديوثو لو حد معاذر وكوبي إيلانا لسيريا تيفي تودي for you too Eric I wish you good luck.
Taudi, pushu bishlama.
Thank you.